Alright guys, you've probably never seen any of my videos before, but when it comes to movies and TV shows, I know my shit. Now, I might not know the most or have the best reviews, but I do know when a movie or a show is special, and with this Australian show called Upright, yeah, this is easily one of the best pieces of television I've ever seen. Now, if you've actually heard of the show, either you're an Australian or you're a big Millie Alcock fan, which is what I kinda am. Now, I am a big Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon fan, and if you've ever seen any of them, Millie Alcock plays young Rhaenyra Targaryen in the Game of Thrones prequel series, House of the Dragon. And while watching House of the Dragon, my favorite character instantly became Millie Alcock's character, and a big reason for that was Millie's portrayal as Rhaenyra. Watching it, I was like, damn, she is really good as this character. And like with Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon has a mainly unknown cast of actors. Now, House of the Dragon does have Matt Smith and Paddy Considine, but the rest of the cast is relatively unknown, or at least here in the United States. So me, with way too much time on my hands, I did some research on these actors to see what they've been in, and yeah, I couldn't really find anything. Now, there's obviously projects that they've been in, but most I couldn't even watch because they weren't available in the United States, except for one. The comedy, Upright. Google told me it was available on Amazon Prime Video, which it kinda is, but you need a AMC Plus subscription, along with a Prime Video subscription, which is kind of annoying, but you can get a 7-day free trial to AMC Plus, so it was basically free for me to watch. So with a free Wednesday night, I decided to lay down and take some chances on this Australian TV show. Now before watching, I did check on Rotten Tomatoes to see the score and reviews, and everything was super positive. 80% on critical reviews, which is a little skewed because it only had 5 reviews, so 4 out of the 5 people thought it was a good show. But more importantly, to me, was that the audience reviews equaled 96%, which, if you don't know, is really good for a show. Now, I don't like to watch trailers or read premises for shows before I watch them, because I don't like knowing any of the plot details before I watch it, but for this review, I'm going to show you the trailer, and I'm going to give you a premise, more my premise of the show. The first character you meet is Lucky, played by Tim Minchin. He's a broken man who's looking for either redemption or some purpose in his life, and that's for you to decide on what he wants. The odd thing about Lucky is when you meet him, he's taking an upright piano across the country for some mysterious reason that you do not know. He also has a mysterious deadline to deliver this strange piano. While driving, he crashes his car into a ute, or what Americans call a pickup truck. The driver he crashes into is a 16-year-old runaway girl named Meg, played by Millie Alcock. She has a fiery personality and is coined, quote, Tiny Terminator, and also, quote, a nightmare by characters throughout the story. She tells you exactly what she's thinking, and she has no filter whatsoever. Lucky is a quiet, reserved guy, while Meg is all up in your face. Now, that's my best way to kind of introduce these characters and story without giving too much up.
What are you doing, dick brain?
How old are you?
16, mate. It's none of your fucking business.
Oh, fuck.
Ah!
Oh, fuck.
Ow! And you're gonna have to drive it.
But my piano.
Are you kidding me?
What's your name?
Meg.
Is that short for Megan or?
Nah, it's short for Steve. You fucking fell asleep!
Come back! Stop!
What'd you got there? That's piano, eh?
It's a coffin.
Play something.
No.
It's a funeral. There should be music.
If they would let me
I am going
trade,
home to see my family for the first time in years,
I'd give a year for half
and the
a
prospect
day.
was giving me panic attacks.
Curled up on the sofa with you.
I'm a very grown adult man. I'm doing the rules.
legally allowed to drive. I made a mistake!
What are you, A?
The start of Upright, these two characters, Meg and Lucky, both have dark mysteries that haunt both of them. The audiences will begin to figure out episode by episode what those pains in their previous life are. Both these characters are absolutely tortured by their past and are prisoners of it in current time. Now, the story's writing has mastered, just phenomenal, does a phenomenal job of writing likable, relatable, and complex characters. Now, this is a comedy that is based on some Australian jokes, but as an American, I understood about 90% of the references that were mentioned. But the show is a lot more than a comedy. The show has mastered something that I've never really seen ever captured in a story. Multiple scenes I found myself laughing while being very, very sad, teary-eyed, just very emotional scenes, which I've never really felt that in a show, especially in a comedy. It hit this line of being super, super funny, but then being really sad in the same scene. And man, the cinematography in this show might be the best I've ever seen in a TV show. This has similar photography and cinematography as Breaking Bad. It takes place in an Australian desert, and you can see just beautiful shots that go along with some great writing and just beautiful dialogue. The beautiful scenic shots of Australia are matched with some amazing soundtracks, and also the original soundtrack by Minchin is just out of this world. There's a certain song called Carry You, which I would play, but I don't want to get copyrighted or kind of spoil. It goes into a lot of the story threads for one of the characters, so I don't want to spoil it. But if you listen to it, super emotional, such a good song. Yeah, so if you made it to this point of the video, the final thing I can say is please watch this show. This story kind of summarizes life in the best ways that I've ever seen a story done. Dude, it's crazy. The feeling you get after watching this is one I can't put in the words. How maybe warm and beautiful were kind of what I thought about it, and I just miss the characters so much. I rewatched it. I loved the characters, and it was so sad for it to end. It's so good. I don't know how else to say it. It's hard to put into words what I truly think about this show. Now, there is a season 2 that's coming out, hasn't released, so that's why I'm making this video. I want people to watch this, and I think it's relevant now because of Millie Alcock blowing up in House of the Dragon. But I want people to watch this show for when season 2 comes out, and this is just a really good show that I don't think people have ever seen something like it. So, you gotta watch the show, or you're just a loser.